They say beauty is only skin deep, but what about truth? What about trauma? What about healing purpose and power? Welcome to Skin Deep, a sacred space where we peel back the layers, speak the unspeakable, and remember who we were before the world told us to be. I'm your host, Kiara Charles, and this one is for the women who worn strength like armor, even when it didn't fit. Some of us were raised by women who never got to cry, women who couldn't afford to rest, who were never taught that softness is a birthright. So they passed us strength, silence, survival, shape-shifting. I was raised by women who poured, even when their own cups were cracked. And somewhere along the way, I signed a contract I didn't know existed, to keep going, to stay strong, and to never speak of the ache. Until one day, I couldn't keep the mask on anymore. It was suffocating me. So here I was, talking to my mom on the phone, and as soon as I said hello, she said, "Why didn't you tell me?" But I couldn't answer that. I didn't even know. I just knew I was scared and hopeless and in need of an embrace. I always imagined being squeezed so hard that everything broken on the inside of me gets fixed all at once. The conversation went on, and there were apologies and sorrows and an empty place that started to be filled up with the need to be strong for me and my mom now. I remember at the time it felt like being the strong one was the highest form of love. I tried to keep my mouth shut to keep the peace, even when I just needed to vent. I made myself small to keep others comfortable, even though I was able to see the beauty in their individuality too. I clutched silence like a prize, and that silence was trying to kill me. Throughout my trauma, I held on to something that broke me in every way, but it didn't kill me. So I held on to the strength it gave me, like it was a superpower. But strength, even when unchecked, can wear you down. It can harden your softness. It can become the very mask that you're trying to take off. I had to remember, strength is only sacred when it's balanced with peace. Logically, I understood that. So I took steps to alchemize the boldness, the courage, and the assertiveness into something softer, into a confident silence, a quiet knowing, and a permission for peace. Not every battle needs a roar. Sometimes the most radical thing I can do is rest without apology. So if you're listening to this and it sounds familiar, I want you to ask yourself something. Who gave you the mask? And more importantly, what would happen if you took it off? Here's a journaling prompt for this week. Where have I been loyal to pain? What do I fear would happen if I chose peace instead? Let yourself write it raw. There's no judgment in truth. And if you need the language for your release, this next piece is a letter for every woman who's ever felt like she had to hold it all together, even when she was falling apart. Dear Mrs. Strong, it's good to meet you again. Last time I saw you, I was breaking within. You stood so tall while I felt so small, holding it together, no cracks at all. I met Mrs. Hilling the other day, and she had some honest things to say. She showed me parts of you I never knew, and suddenly I saw a different view. She said you were never allowed to fly, just taught to carry and survive. No time to dream, no room for grace, just strength engraved upon your face. She said your smile hid silent cries that no one paused to analyze. But through the weight and through the shame, you mastered how to carry pain. She told me you deserved a rest, to slow your pace, to do your best, without the mask, without the fight, to just be held in healing light. She paused and said she might not change. Her pride runs deep, her heart's been strained. I looked at her and softly asked, well, how do I release this path? She said, you live in your truth each day and use what God placed in your way. You don't deny what kept you strong, but now you get to write your song. So, Mrs. Strong, I'm still with you, but I've got softer things to do. I'm building peace. I'm choosing rest. I'm letting grace lead every step. It doesn't mean I don't still need your power in my time of speed, but you've been fighting far too long. It's time to lay your armor down. You've held the line when things got rough, but now I see that was enough. So thank you for your legacy, your rooted strength inside of me. I'll carry it, but not alone, with gentle love now that I've grown. I'll honor you with every breath, but break the pact that mirrors death. So long, farewell, but not the end. You are my shield, my lifelong friend. Now let me be the one to lead, with truth, with love, and what I need. Thank you for going deep with me. If this episode moves something in you, please send it to another soul that's ready to remove their mask too. And remember, you're not alone in this journey. You never were. There's a beauty in being bare and a holiness in the truth you no longer hide. And if the world's not ready for your softness, wrap it up in grace and wear it anyway. Until next time, stay rooted, stay focused, stay skin deep.